California, though the sun's not out yet. I wish it was Colorado like Charles. Maybe I could be neighbors with Charles soon. I am ADA all day. I'm crazy for ADA. Crypto market is a rockin'. You know what they say about the crypto market? If the crypto market is a rockin', don't come a knockin'. The stock market, I think the stock market's a rockin'. Let's pull up the old trusty Tastyworks and see what's going on. We got the NASDAQ up 47 points. We got the E-mini S&P up almost 8. What's that VIX at? You always gotta know what's going on with the VIX, because when the market's up and the VIX is up, you gotta get a little scary. We do see the VIX is down about 3/4 of a point. That's good. We're getting a little money coming in today. Is the market? I think the market's going to have an update. We do have some earnings tonight. I think the only ones of real note are Peloton and Snap. I may do something in there because I'm a bit of a degenerate. If I do, if I do, I will post on Twitter at Nostradamus. At Nostradamus, I will put my trades on there unless I forget. You know, they're not going to be anything big. Let's take a look at what's going on in Snap and what's going on in the old Peloton. Peloton, man, that's one of those stocks that have just ripped like crazy during this demic. SGG in the place to be. Pretty good. How you doing, brother? I got my bags packed. I got my bug out bags ready for, oh my God, man. Like, I don't know if I can make it in Puerto Rico, if I'm being honest with myself. I'm gonna need to be pretty rich to be able to live that life. I got some pretty special needs when it comes to food. I don't know if I can go days without, you know, it'd probably be good for me. Electricity goes out for a couple days. I have me a little humble abode somewhere in tropic. I don't like, is the weather there year round like 70 degrees? Because then we're 70, 75, because then we're talking my language, you know what I'm saying? But I have to be real with myself. At my current situation, and this is very likely, if all the money I have in crypto right now 10x's, which I think is conservative, man, I got to seriously think about going to Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is, and it's a massive problem, what if I can't shore all that up before the market crashes 90%? What if I invest like 10, 20, 30,000 in making this happen? And during the transition period and before I can even like get all this Puerto Rican citizenship or whatever, the market crashes, then what the hell do I do? So that's scary. So I'm kind of more leaning towards a plan of just holding, like I'll take some, so that's another thing, right? So say the market does 10x. Well, I can't take all that out. If I do, I'm going to pay 40, 50% in taxes. So then what? Then like my goal would be to buy back in, get more Bitcoin, get more Ethereum, get more Polkadot. Oh, I got some thoughts on that too. But I would need the market, the crypto market, to crash more than 50% before that even to start making that profitable again. Now these are some dangerous words. This time it's different. While that's true, this time it's different might make things worse too, right? So the big thing that's different this time is all this institutional buying. So I think a lot of institutions are going to get into this, and I think it will add a lot more stability. I think this bull market cycle is going to be longer, better. I don't know that a bunch of, see, that's got to be a big consideration, and no one really talks about this, but say your Apples and your Teslas and even your smaller companies invest treasury into Bitcoin. I mean, are they going to be sitting there waiting to pull the plug? And then what happens? All these institutions are pulling the plug when they think the market's crashing, and that adds to bigger crashes, plus the retail, you know? So, I mean, that's all that's what makes holding crypto very hard before all this, right? So it could be violent. It could be just as violent, but I'm kind of positioning myself with the thought that I'm on a 5 to 6 year plan with most of my crypto right now. I've just got to take the blinders, got to shut them, say, look, man, I don't care what happens. You know, in 5 years, I'm going to be Gucci. It's going to be 15, 20%, what have you. True, and if you buy real estate, is it easy to sell? Don't know. Make a list. Yeah, no. So I know one of the lists to even get approved for it is where your heart is, meaning where do you own most of your land. So if I didn't sell this house, which I probably wouldn't, or at minimum I would buy a nicer house somewhere else and then want to Airbnb this or sell this house, because I would want somewhere. I wouldn't want to be in Puerto Rico 365 days a year. At least I don't think so. I would want a home to the U.S. to come back to. So, like, is one for one okay? But now, what if I want a house in, say, the Ozarks? What if I want to, eventually I'm going to get my house. I do have land that's going to be handed down to me, so that's going to be a headache. So there's a lot of headaches to consider. So then what? Do I have to go buy a bunch of real estate in Puerto Rico to make up for it? Hey, if I can make money off of it, I don't care. So there's a lot to consider there. I don't think realistically. So again, if my cryptocurrency holdings were to 10x right now, like I could consider retirement, but I can't, because that crap could crash down 70, 80%, in a month, right? So that's one of the things that makes cryptocurrency so tough. So, that ride up's going to be a lot of fun, but if eventually that ride down comes, do I want to sell it? Do I want to lock in profits? Do I want to deal with the tax headaches? Right? So that is the most torturous thing right there. And so all indicators are that I won't be at a 1 year period before everyone's predicting September, October, and they're all basing this on the last two cycles. Me personally, we're at a point, if that happens, it just manifests destiny, because everyone assumes it's going to happen and they're going to start selling in August, September, etc. Did you find out how many years you have to be there, how much you have to invest? Yeah, so I watched the video and I saw some stuff. I think there's like a $5,000 application, and then you have to donate $10,000 a year to charity. And actually, so those are kind of like the yearly things. And there's different ones. There's individual and that's mostly just capital tax gains. So for trading, if I were to start up a business there, like say even just a YouTube business, or it has to be an export business. So I would imagine I think YouTube counts for that. I can probably, figure out some thing. And I would love to set up a few easy small businesses, I guess, to pass my time. But I don't want to be, I don't want the headaches and I wouldn't mind helping out the local economy. So there's different tax breaks for both. I think the corporate, you set up a valid corporate, you pay like no tax on the corporate, or 4%, something really low. On the individual, you don't pay capital tax gains, but you go through the process, and basically the year you get approved. So if I were to move there by like April, May, and I'm approved or what have you, it's retroactive. It goes back to, like, if I sold any crypto taxes, it's retroactive that year of January 1st. So that's the cool thing. It's just a matter of how quickly you can get all that together. And I'm sure there's a lot of small details. I mean, you have to get all your bank accounts, all your credit cards, all your electricity bills, everything in your name and your address. And I'm sure it's a lot of work. And if you miss one little bill, especially me, man, if you miss one little thing, California's coming for me. California's coming for me. I'm not rich. California, but California is going to try and hold on to that crazy state tax that they have right now. So, all right, let's see what's happening. Talk to it. Yeah. Well, if my crypto investment's 10x, then maybe I can afford a crypto lawyer, or I can call up the Nomad Capitalist. But right now, every dime I got's going into crypto and a little bit stock market. Speaking of crypto, Tasty Works finally finally got crypto added to their platform. You can see it right here. Thank you, Tastyworks, for allowing me to buy Ethereum at all-time highs. It's all right. I've already got my huge Ethereum crypto bag, but I did buy 2 Ethereum, and I'm down about, you know what? I love Ethereum. Yes, I love Ethereum at $1,600 because I think it's going to be 2,000. Honestly, by the end of February, I would not be surprised to see this be anywhere between 3,000 and 5,000. Ethereum is lagging behind, and it's going to snap fast. It's still lagging kind of behind. I believe Bitcoin is going to start flying this month, and I think Ethereum is going to catch up. Bitcoin already went 2x, a little over 2x its all-time high. Ethereum has not yet to do that, and I think Bitcoin is highly likely to see 3x its all-time high by the end of February, with Ethereum not far behind. So my price prediction, I don't know, let's look at my excellent TNA we got going on here. We're definitely in a breakout. Here's the line right here. I think we got our little trend line. Your trend is your friend. See what the trend says. The trend says it's going to be April 25th before it hits around 3 grand. End of April, I think it's going to be more like a new trend, and it's going to be boom. It's going to be fast. It's going to be a rocket ship to the moon. I think it's going to be, let's move this out by the end of February. Minimum. And dude, don't listen to YouTubers and their price predictions. That no one knows crap. This could just as easily, some bad news could come out, and this could just, or more shorting and dumping of well, I mean, Ethereum can't really, miners don't, well, I guess they could, but you know, the Bitcoin miners dump and short the price like what had previously happened. You know, Ethereum's going to go with it, or some black swan event, some more FUD, what have you. That's what makes trading and holding cryptocurrency so hard. Excuse me. This technology and this innovation is the future. No question, no doubt. Please educate yourself on it. It's something that I was not educated on, and now I cannot get enough education. The more I learn about it, the more I realize I don't know. You got your players, like, even especially when it comes to DeFi, decentralized DeFi, and we're talking Ethereum, smart contracts, oracles, liquidity pools, all this stuff, proof of stake. It's all very, very amazing stuff. Please educate yourself on it. I'm a huge fan of Chamath Palihapitiya, but that dude's like, why would I want to buy Ethereum when Bitcoin's the only thing that matters? And I'm just like, dude, you're a smart dude, brother. Like, you need to educate yourself on decentralized finance. When people like Mark Cuban, it seems like they know what they're a little bit more when they're talking about. And I don't love or hate Mark Cuban, but yeah, he's a little, and I'm not a Mavericks fan, so that doesn't help. That dude gets decent, you know, he gets DeFi. I mean, his biggest investment, as far as I know, is Aave, and I think that shows you that he knows what's going on in the game, because Aave, I don't currently own any Aave. It's something I want to get, but the thing's up like 1,000%. Can it go up another 10, 100? Yeah, probably. But right now, I'm holding a ton. Too much Ethereum. I'm holding quite a bit of Bitcoin. I'm holding a lot of Polkadot. And you know what they say about Polkadot? Polkadot's having a little bit of pullback. It was over $21, which was rocking really hard. It's mostly on that. There's an ETP. I honestly don't know much about ETPs, but there's stuff there, you know, it's really cool. Similar to an ETF, I guess. So that really pumped it up. It was up over $21. Yeah, that's all time. Well, no, I don't know what this is. Was this opening day? I guess that's not all-time highs, but it's going to be pushing for all-time highs plus here pretty soon, in my opinion. It's in breakout territory, as are most of the alts. I love Polkadot. I want more Polkadot. You know, I'm staking it on Kraken, getting crazy percentage. Does BlockFi pay you in the same coin token that you don't stake at BlockFi. You just get the interest. I don't know if it's easy for me to pull up my BlockFi now that the stream's going. Let me try this. Actually, yeah, no, I don't want to go through the hassle right now. But no, so you see how much you accrue daily, but you don't get paid at the beginning of the month. So I have like 0.13 Bitcoin, and I'm going to transfer over a lot more here pretty soon because I'm addicted to it. And I'm just kind of waiting on some release periods and not being so lazy. But I'm going to transfer, I got to determine how much I want to transfer over there. But I'm going to transfer a lot more Ethereum over there, a lot more Bitcoin over there. And yeah, man, they paid me for Ethereum, they paid me in Ethereum, and for Bitcoin, they paid me in Bitcoin. And I'm not going to tell you the smile that puts on your face that you're earning like interest in these amazing investments and you're earning interest in Bitcoin. I think my Bitcoin was, let me take a look. I think I gained like 64,000 Satoshis or something. And then if you ever, I mean, if a Satoshi ever reaches parity with the dollar, and that was just on 0.13 Bitcoin. So interest, let's see if I can see if it shows me. Yeah, so on just 0.1317 Bitcoin, I got paid 0.000648887 Bitcoins. So, I mean, that's amazing. And I'm getting ready to transfer over more. So Bitcoin, I think, is a little bit higher. Bitcoin 6%. Bitcoin 6% up to 2.5 Bitcoins. I may try and hit that limit because that's a really good one. And then Ethereum, I think, is a little bit less, but still really good. 5.25 if I remember correctly. But there's no limit on that. Yeah, 5.25. If you ever wanted, you can trade your pairs over there. So if you ever wanted to take profits, you can move it over to GUSD, which is a Gemini dollar, or they have the USDC or even the PAXG, which are all stable coins to the dollar. So if you're there and let's say Bitcoin moons to 70, 80,000, I'm personally probably not going to do this. And you're like, oh man, I think Bitcoin's going to have a huge pullback. Like, I just don't want to pay that tax game right now. I'm already at a point where I would need a 30% pullback for it to even be worth it, right? And I don't feel like risking that. But you could always right there on the platform just say, all right, I want to convert it all to USDC or PAXG or GUSD. And while it's in those, you get 8.6% interest, which is freaking insane, man. So yeah, I love me some BlockFi. I'm gonna transfer a lot more money over there. I love me some Polkadot. I want to get a lot more Polkadot. Earning that 12% is really good. I might get Kusama. Those are the best regulated stablecoins, and I'm like, yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, Gemini, you can't. USDC is probably going to become like the standard of the US or what have you with the US government. Can't go wrong with GUSD too. I mean, it's Gemini. Gemini's, you know, obviously the Winklevoss, and they're not. I mean, for whatever they are, I don't really think they're out there to rip you off. I mean, they're definitely out there to make some money. But speaking of altcoins that I've gotten really interested in, so Elron Gold, and there's a few YouTubers out there that are pumping it to the point. It's just like, man, are they getting paid by Elron, or, you know, are they, you know, they got some backdoor deals? One of them, I'm not gonna mention any names. He's pretty big. It wouldn't surprise me if that team hadn't contacted him and said that. But what I've seen of it so far, I really do like it. I did buy 5 Elron Golds. I am looking to buy 5 more, and I'm looking into staking it. I did get their little wallet, so I'm figuring that out, but it looks like you can get pretty good interest rate on it. One thing I do like about it, it is a very, let's see if I got this pulled up. Yeah. So there's only like 21 million. It's got like Bitcoin numbers when it comes to circulating supply. It might even be less, but it's definitely one that's on my radar. Like I said, I've already bought some. I'm going to look to buy maybe 5 more and stake it. I think you can get interest rates of like 20 to 30%. I'm still trying to figure that out. And then this weekend, I'm gonna start figuring out what I want to take a few. You know, I treat them like, I kind of treat them like penny stocks. I don't trade penny stocks, or I don't trade over the counter stocks, but I'm gonna look at a few that I want to take a few. You know, just a small amount of money. Go figure out Uniswap. Is if you can pick the right really small cap coins that you can't get on your big exchanges, and if you can, you know, if you get lucky, you get the right ones, the ones that are got good teams, got good, you know, you got to really dig into it and look at their payout schedules and things like that. And then you got to go over and buy it on Uniswap. You don't want to buy it like now because the gas fees might be outrageous. You'd have to go do it at like late night or early morning. It might not be that bad right now. I'm not sure. I want to figure out a couple of like a few small bags of altcoins that I wouldn't mind getting, and then maybe you get lucky, you know, even $100 worth if it, you know, crazy 1,000, 10,000, you know, percent. It's doable, right? So take a few shots there, have a little fun, and then play around with some other stuff. All right, speaking of, let's see what's going on. Everything was up pretty good yesterday. It's having a little bit of a pullback when it comes to crypto. So Ethereum did close in on 1,700. I thought it was going to breach 1,700. It's cooling off a little bit. Down about 2%, down to about 1,620. You know, I don't know if the jets are going to fire back up today, if the rockets are going to start sparking. That in Bitcoin, I'm leaning towards probably. We'll have to see. Either way, even if it just held at these levels for a while, again, that's good. I mean, Bitcoin at 37,000, I like that a lot more than when it was hanging around 31,000 for 1, 2, 3, you know, for almost 2 weeks. Same with Ethereum. I mean, it was hanging around, trying to break its previous all-time high for like almost back since Jan 21, so pretty decent, you know, 2-week period there too. ADA, man, I love me some ADA. I definitely want to get some more of this, this and Polkadot, but I'm gonna wait. My goal is to wait for Ethereum to get like 3 to 5,000, and then I'll probably convert some of my Ethereum to more Cardano and more Polkadot. I believe Cardano just recently did one of their 2 hard forks. They got one more to go, and then the Goguen smart contract is coming online. But I used to follow real estate market, but I haven't been following all the new VR yeah, so the reason I bought Mana is because I believe it's gaming. I didn't buy a lot, just like $250 worth, I think. It's getting a lot of, you know, a lot of chatter about it. So I did buy a small amount of that. Anything else I did buy? I bought some XLM. A couple hundred, $200 or $300 of XLM. I bought some Graph, I think like $300 a Graph, and I'm already up decent on that one. So I like that one a lot too. I want to buy some more VeChain. Like these are all ones I consider like more blue chippy. I would put even a lot of these, or, you know, I think Uniswap's definitely in the blue chip now. You know, borderline, light blue, maybe light blue. VeChain is probably in the light blue, not dark blue. I'm making this up. You know what? Blue chip, dark is really blue chip, light blue is So I don't know, Filecoin, I don't know if I really, Zilliqa, I like that one a lot. BAT, the only reason I like BAT is because Grayscale, you know, is putting a fund together for that. But otherwise, I put, you know, I'm kind of like, I'm on it, but I don't know if I would like that one long term. These are some of the smaller ones, Bridge, Seascape, that I was wanting to look into. I think Snow is something that's on my radar now. I want to check that one out. So this weekend, maybe, the problem is, you know, you got to use your Ethereum to buy this stuff. And I'm just like, man, I don't know if I want to give up any of my Ethereum right now. Even if I like, okay, Tom, calm down. You want to buy $250 of some small cap, put that into Ethereum, and then transfer that over to, you know, your little MetaMask or your Coinbase wallet, and go over to Uniswap and buy what you want to buy. Here's the problem. once I buy that Ethereum, I'm like, my Ethereum bag just got bigger. My OCD kicks in and I don't want that number to go down again. So that's a hurdle I got to get over. I'll probably do something this week. The graph, I didn't have to deal with that because I just bought it straight on Binance with cash. But again, if you pick the right altcoins that you can only get on like Uniswap, and they're not on the exchanges yet, but if you know they're kind of like ADA, man, I think that one, after Goguen comes out, is my guess when Coinbase will add it. And they've already got a huge army, and I'm part of that army. Let me tell you, Charles Hoskinson for president, you know, I love the guy is all I'm saying. But I mean, ADA is going to hit Coinbase and maybe even Kraken, and then it's like the price is definitely going to go up on that. Plus all the other stuff they got coming out. Charles said he's got a little birdie saying good things are coming in February. I feel like, I mean, it's obvious. The guy can't tell you what is going on. He cannot tell you what's going on, but he's like Elon, man. He's giving you that tip. Like, we still haven't figured out what's going on with Elon and Bitcoin. Elon, stop pumping Dogecoin, brother. You're causing people to FOMO into that, and people are going to get their face melted, most likely. I mean, I love me some Doge, but come on, these prices, are you kidding me? Anyway, Charles is like, Birdie told me some really good stuff's coming in February. He had an interview on BitBoy that was pretty good. And the guy's, you know, he's always on, he's always live streaming, he's always telling you what's up. You could tell he does not seem like someone, and I was learning more about ADA, man. I love that project. The stuff they're doing, they're going into underdeveloped countries, they're helping them come online, trying to help them stabilize their economy, helping them put jobs in the economy all over Africa, Georgia, up in Europe. And, you know, and it's going to bring a lot of liquidity to this market. He's going after Fortune 500 companies. I think this is going to be a tremendous opportunity. I think ADA is an easy minimum 10x, possibly more this year. If this does go in the traditional bull bear cycle, by the time the next time comes around, it's possibly a 30 to 50x plus. I do think a tremendous amount of money. The problem is decentralized or DeFi is it's so amazing, but the adoption, it takes a lot of really smart people. There's a lot of innovation that's going to come out of it. So much innovation that's going to come out of this. You can't even think about it. The adoption is going to take a bit of time, but you already see it. Like Visa's coming. I don't know the full breadth of it, but they're allowing crypto trading with banks and their credit cards and so a lot of stuff's happening. It's going to start happening fast. I don't know how quickly this adoption is going to happen and how quickly it blows up, but this is going to be probably, like right now, the crypto market is right around a little over $1 trillion. This is easily going to be a 20, 30, 40, 50 plus. I don't know, the sky's the limit $1 trillion market in the next 5 to 10 years. And if you're in like Bitcoin, you can't go wrong with Bitcoin. If you just want to play it safe and you can put in an amount that, you know, man, I'm not even going to look at this for 5 years. And I know when I come back and look at it, I'm going to be sipping margaritas in the Bahamas. And then if you pick a lot of these right altcoins, it's going to be pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, man, the more and more I learn about ADA, the more and more I fall in love with it. And it's the same with Polkadot. Here's the deal. I love Ethereum too, and they are all amazing products. Me personally, I believe there's room for all of them. I look at it like this. So when it comes to cloud computing, you got the big ones like Azure, AWS, and Google Cloud. Well, I could go into a lot of detail about this, but there's a lot of things you can do and like business can do with this, right? So say they're global and they can put their servers up in, we'll say Azure, right? And say like they have a Super Bowl ad and their product just starts selling like hotcakes. Well, Azure, you can have your servers scale out as this volume comes in, and you can have it even geographical located, and it just start auto. I mean, it's amazing technology, right? Well, one of the things you can do is you can also arbitrage. Yes, you can arbitrage in the cloud. So what these big companies do is they'll have their stuff up in 2 or even 3, and depending on rates and stuff, servers auto shut down and auto shut up and different, you know, turn on in the different clouds and scale out and things like that, right? Well, you know, I think the same thing is going to happen in cryptocurrency. So blockchain's really just another. The internet is likely going to be run on blockchain as an overlay, right? You're still going to have your internet, your TCP/IP, all that stuff directing and routing traffic. But then overlaid over that is just everything's just going to be blockchain traffic, man, or there's going to be a huge amount of blockchain traffic. And then there's going to be inter-blockchain, like it's not going to just be Cardano, or it's not just going to be Ethereum. It'll probably be cross chains, and there'll be even blockchains that help facilitate the different transfers between them. But the stuff Charles is doing, and the stuff, you know, his mindset and the stuff that they got coming, and yeah, I'm especially like I learned a lot more about it in the last few days, and I'm going to continue. But just again, what they're doing in emerging countries, I think is a very smart move. In Africa, working with governments, his goal is to be the #1, and I think it's possible. It's likely, but again, there's room for all of them, and I think you can't go wrong if you're if you just diversified across Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and Polkadot. I think you're going to be really well off in time. And I'm gambling on it. And just like Tesla, I'm a huge fan of Tesla. We all know this. You see this in my stock portfolio. It's a huge part of my position. And a lot of that is because I'm betting on the man. Elon is the man. That guy is the man, right? Well, a lot of the same thing comes with the Cardano. I'm betting on the man. I'm betting on Charles. And everything that guy says when it comes about just his mindset and what he talks about, I love it. The more I learn about his blockchain, the more I love it. So when it comes to Polkadot, I need to do some more. I need to start watching more on that because I love the technology. I love the technology. I don't know anything about your Gordon Wood or you regurgitate your Gordon Wood. How do you like them apples? So Gavin Wood, I know he's a co-creator of Ethereum with Hoskin. I can't even remember if it's Hoskinson, Hoskinson. Charles, my boy Charles, Chucky. We're gonna call him Chuck, my boy Chuck. I'm sure he would not like that if I got him on a Zoom call and called him Chuck. But you know, Gordon. Is it Gordon or Gavin or I don't know. Anyway, the wood guy over at Polkadot. I don't know much about him. So obviously he's going to be a smart dude. But I love the technology, the parachain technology. I think what they're doing, and look guys, let me know if I'm wrong about anything I'm saying. I'm still new to this, but I think what they're doing is really smart with Kusama. And I don't know if this was intended or not, or if it just kind of naturally happened. But basically, Polkadot's their main network, and Kusama is kind of like their test network, but not really. And there's limited slots on Polkadot, so that's going to be kind of like all the premium. Like there's going to be a higher premium for companies or what have you to be on this, and then you know, like your Louis Vuittons and your Gucci's, and then down here are your Coaches. I don't even know. Maybe we can do like Ferraris and Bugattis, and down here we got your like Hondas and Accords on Kusama. Like I don't know if like they meant to build like this elite structure, but I think that's kind of what's happening, and you know how that goes. People are going to want to be on it just because it's the cool thing. But again, the technology is really cool. Both of them are going to be really good smart contract platforms that have a lot of really cool stuff. They're going to bring a much needed amount of liquidity to the market. I'm helping that liquidity, guys. I'm staking both. ADA is really easy. You can stake it on the Daedalus wallet. Or I think the Yori. I didn't figure out how to do it on the Yori. I just did it on the Daedalus. You can get that right off the Cardano.org website. Polkadot, you can stake it right on Kraken. It's really easy. Again, 12% on Kraken. I mean, that's, yeah, 12% on Kraken on Polkadot. Same with Kusama. I probably need to buy me some of that, but I want to get more of the Bugatti. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's really cool stuff. And I'll have to do a little bit more research on Polkadot. But I think that they all have, I mean, in Ethereum, right? So again, it's going to bring a lot of liquidity. Some of the big knocks on Ethereum is it's still slow transactions. It can only do like 50 transactions per second. I think Bitcoin's 7 transactions per second. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter with Bitcoin. They're going to get the Lightning Network working on Bitcoin more than likely. But Bitcoin just needs to be a store of value. And that's all it's going to be. Ethereum is going to be a store of value and have crazy utility. Right now, you know, it's going to be a while. Ethereum 2.0 is going to have to fix a lot of their problems. And if there's any setbacks on that, that could be a problem. That's a couple years away minimum. But, you know, the gas fees are crazy. And now when you have these 3 different networks, it'll probably lighten the load on some congestion in Ethereum. You'll be able to swap between the different ones. And it's just like, now, like, look at it from a cellular. Like, say you were to look at a cellular or even an ISP type. You know, you got your Verizons, you got your AT&Ts, you got your Sprints, you got your, I don't even know, like I don't even know, I think Sprint and the other one, like they all merged or whatever. But you got room for multiple ones. And I think there's no doubt in my mind that you're going to have the same thing when it comes to like the leaders in smart contracts. And there's plenty of room for Ethereum, Polkadot, and ADA, and possibly even a few more. There again, the market's only a little over $1 trillion right now. ETH taking a little punch in the face right now. So Bitcoin's probably going with it. Kind of want to buy some more now. I gotta see how much money's left in my account. But you know how it is, man. You like, the thing is I'll sit there and Binance only allows me to do $5,000 a day. So I'm just like, because I sold all my stuff in Robinhood and I transferred it over, and I'd already been, so I've been do like $5,000 a day for so long, and then there's a delay. Like if it's over the weekend, like sometimes that don't come out of your account for like 2 or 3 days. So yesterday I did $49.99. So I'm waiting for that to hit my bank account. So I know, like, man, I don't want to go too crazy, because next thing you know, my account might be negative at the rate I'm going, because I've just been doing $5,000 a day so long, I don't even know where I'm at. But I feel like I got a little bit of juice left to squeeze to buy some more. I think it's still very, very, again, like Ethereum, man. Like right now, anything below the previous all-time high was a steal. Can it still dip back down below that? Yeah. I mean, anything's possible. I think it's, you know, less than a 10% chance that it dips below like 1,400 now, or even, I mean, dipping below 1,500 is possible. Coming back to the like previous all-time high, whatever that was, like around 14, we'll just say like 1430. Like I would imagine that is now support. So if it comes back down to around this level, 1,400 to 1,430, that's probably going to be a bounce. As we're looking here, the trend line has it still at that, at around 1,390, 1,400. So that's still kind of in play. I don't really, you know, if it were to crash well below that, I would probably have to consider selling kidneys. But the likelihood of that happening is probably unlikely. The market is getting pretty ugly. What's going on over here? Is that part of why Bitcoin and Ethereum and cryptos are taking a little bit of hit? Ethereum's still coming down. I'm losing some big money over in the small account. Mara, Riot, Tesla down $13. Should have sold that covered call yesterday. This is probably just a little fake out. Let's see where we are. The Nasdaq still up 7 points. Was the VIX? What's the VIX doing? It was down almost a point. What's it doing right now? Excuse me. It's down even more. So my guess is this would probably be a fade fade, fade this move. Oh yeah, it's already bounced up by about 5 points. I don't remember what its high was. Let's see if we can figure that out real quick. Maybe I put a little action on the NASDAQ. So we moved down 1340, 1343. We moved down about 30 points. So probably a little fade. They probably just fading the opening. Might be a good buy opportunity. I'm just going to let this chill. Probably not going to do much action today. Let's take a quick look. I did say Snap and Piton. Let's take a look at those real quick. Piton's already up $4 into this move. Although, interesting chart. Oh yeah, we had a massive pump. Go, 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 go. Like, subscribe, bell button. So Peloton had a massive pump in the last hour. Doing a little pullback. So I don't know if anyone knows something early. Was the earning? Yeah, earnings is after the bell. So this one's a pretty massive stock. It's up massive since the demic. I mean, look at this, dude. It was 8/13/2020. I mean, this was already when the market was rocking. It was at 63 bucks, had a massive move up to 140. Now it's up to 170. Yeah, man. No thank you on that one. Let's take a look at Snap's, another one that had a massive move on the last earnings. Look at this gap up, man. You know what they say, 92% of gaps get filled. Just setting up a bubble. I don't know if I like much over here either. Let's see what the expected move is on this. So 1 day to go, the expected move, $8, 302% IV. Maybe we put a little something on, just have a little fun. A little early. Typically, I'd like to do this later in the day. So I'm not going to put this on, but we can take a look at what's happening. If I put something on, I will tweet it out at Nostradamus. Do not trade this just because I trade it. I could make money. I could lose money. Right now, you know, this would be a directional play. Close to 1/3 the width of strike. Let's move this up. I like to get 1/3 the width of strike. $3 wide. If I got to say $1 for credit on this, that means my max loss would be $196. There would likely not be. So with 1 day to go, you would want to, after the move, after the bell, you would want to get this off right away in the morning. Because if you had it wrong, you wouldn't want them to play any exercise games. So it's unlikely. If you get it wrong, you can just consider yourself most likely taking a max loss on this. You know, but I don't hate this play. If I were to think it was going to be long, another alternative is I could play it to be within the expected move. So we'll come out here. So we'll come out here and we'll put the iron condor on. We'll put this in a little tight, right at the expected move. So if you think, and quite often it does happen a lot, and you can even do it with the strangle, which is a bit more risky, but we're going to do a $3 wide iron condor. This is something I might consider just to have some skin in the game, and then we're going to come over to the call side and do $3. So this is a little bit more than 1/3 the width of strike. Let's move this down. See what we get. Not bad. Like I might put this on. Nah, because I wouldn't want to center this if the price moves today. But let's move this out one more, right outside. So this expected move right here. So if 1 day to go, if Snap earnings hits and it stays in the $8 expected move, you're going to keep this 98 cents, right? Keep it. Easy money. Worst case, if Snap has really blowout earnings or really bad earnings, it doesn't matter what the earnings are. It's what their street thinks about it, right? They could have all great stuff, but then who knows with this market right now. And if it moves, say, it would have to move about $11, $12 for it to be a max $200 loss. So these are great plays, man. I mean, you know, decent chance of being right. You can even be a bit wrong. Even if Snap just moves $5, you're going to be able to keep this money, get it back for 50% back. So this is something I might consider. Or if you're bearish on Snap, you think Snap's going to go down on earnings, say you take a look at the chart. I mean, look at this. Snap's way up at the high of this EMA Bollinger Band. You know me, I would want to put in my 200. What is the yellow? It's the, I'm not sure. The yellow is the average, the 50. It's way above the 50. I think the blue is the 200. It's like, it's on a rocket ship. So it wouldn't be, like if I had to, I'd probably bet to the downside. So I would do a call spread, move this down to say like 65, 64, 67. Yeah, you're gonna have to get a little bit tighter if you want that 1/3 the width. And you got to get really tight. So what is the skew is, we'll go $2, $3, and then $2, 2.5. Yeah, so the risk is to the downside a little bit. I don't know if people are buying protection or what they're doing, but you could go to like a 62, 65, take a shot if you think it's going to go down. Again, max risk $2. That one's probably a bit better chance of being correct, but it's an earnings play. It's 1 day. This would be a 1 day play. If you want to go further out, you want to go 43 days out, a little bit more optimal. Give you more time to be right or wrong. Say you just want to say, look, man, I love me some Snap. I wouldn't mind buying Snap at $48 if I could right now. Well, you come over here and you sell. You'd have to buy 100 shares. You could sell your little 50 put. You get $2.30 credit. So if Snap goes the wrong way, you got 43 days. There's ways to defend it, right? I don't hate that play. Even if you got good money, you could do the strangle. Be within the, so you could even go to the standard deviation on this and get $1 credit. I don't hate it. Snap can move on earnings though, so that'd be a little bit of a risky one. I probably wouldn't do that. You could do the same thing. Iron Condor, it's got good liquidity. And Peloton, I'm just not like, I regret not buying shares in that, but you know, can't win them all. Tesla down $17. I should have sold a covered call. I got a put spread over there that's taking a bath now. I probably got a put spread over in my small account that's taking a bath. This would probably be a good, no, I don't, you know. That's a nice little pullback. What's the NASDAQ doing now? Oh, it's already back up 40, man. I should have longed the NASDAQ. All right, I'm gonna come over here. I think I got some cash in the small account. Let's find out. I'm gonna put on a put spread over here, give myself a lot of room. Look at a 780, 775. We can probably go down 770. Ooh, yeah, if I can get that. All right, so here we go. I'm going to try and get $1.77 credit on a $5 wide. All right, might need to go down another penny or two. Let's see, 39. Yeah, probably have to go down. Let's see if we can get it at 175. Boom, 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 we're filled. I didn't even look at my, so this has a 72% chance of being 50% profitable. I will take that every day, all day. AD, all day. Tempting to put on another one, man. What do I got over in my Tesla, man? I keep going back to the well. I'm gonna put this on in the IRA too. $7. Let's see if we get $1. We'll try $1.76. Ah, that filled. So we're gonna come over here, do how we do. We're gonna come over here, go to cancel, meaning this order is going to run until it fills 50%. So I got $1.76 credit. I'm gonna buy it back for 88 cents, make 50% profit. Over a 70% chance of that happening. Buy the dip, buy the BTFD, homie, BTFDH. I love the smell of dips in the morning. All right, so same thing. I come over to the small account. It's in that range. The 45 days is the optimal time to put these plays on. Usually you want to take this off for 50% or roll it right around 20 days. So we're going to come over here and do the same thing. Buy this back. We're going a little greedy on this one. I'm gonna try and buy a few extra pennies on this one. We're trying to get the small account. Trying to get the small account to from $2,500 to $25,000 in a year. I think that's gonna be easy. I got me 2 Ethereum over here. One Ethereum is gonna be $25,000 by the end of the year. 2,000? You kidding me? Like, where are my bug out bags, Puerto Rico? All right, quick recap. I'm gonna wrap this up. The Nasdaq's now hovering at about 40% or 40, 37, 38 up. E-mini's up 19. That's pretty big, man. Tesla's gonna make a comeback. I'm predicting it right now. My Tesla put spreads that I just put on right now might come off the board 50% winners today. As in tasting or as in eating? Yeah, so far I'm not a big fan of the tasty or the tattooed. Now, I got you calling it tasty now too. So tattooed chef, yeah, so far I'm not a huge fan. I want to try their breakfast bowl. I might try and make a Costco run. Yeah, I might try and make a Costco run today or tomorrow and see what they got. I know they got some stuff over there, but the problem with Costco is you got to buy like a big ass bag of it, right? Or a big ass thing of it, like a 6-pack or something. So far, I've had the balsamic buttered vegetables. It was just okay. I poured that over rice and lettuce and all kinds of like air fried rice, and it was just kind of okay. Wasn't a fan of the ratatouille, and the same thing with the quinoa and the cauliflower. It was just all okay, right? Again, if you're lazy and you know you like being part of that crowd that, oh, this is, you know, fine cuisine in a box. It's flying off the shelves, man. So there's a lot of people that love it. Me, I've just gotten more into, man, I can make this better, right? Like, I'm not saying I'm a better chef than the chick at Tattooed Chef, but I am saying I could cook up some stuff that is way healthier with fresh vegetables that haven't lost their nutritional value yet, on the spot, more than I can something that's probably in a box, right? But I've tried to lean more towards that. There are some breakfast stuffs I wanna try. They have a C bowl that looks kind of cool. But again, it's the same thing. I don't know what's in that. Is it easier just to make it yourself? Just don't be lazy. I try and, like, I don't enjoy cooking. But I try and make it, like, even my morning coffee. I don't enjoy making my morning coffee. That's a good 10 minutes out of my day because I do the burr grinder and the French press and I get really good coffee. It takes some time. You just got to use it as like a meditation period. Use it to just relax and say, all right, I'm going to not think about all my problems in the world. I'm just going to make me a nicely fresh cooked meal that's going to taste great, that's going to be healthy for you, or I'm going to make a nice great cup of coffee that's going to caffeinate you, charge up your day so you can make a lot of money, especially in the crypto. Although I'm losing my shirt right now. That's all right. We'll make a little bounce. Anyway, again, let's wrap this up. Now the Nasdaq's up 50. Man, where's Tesla? Come on, Tesla, baby. Don't call it a comeback. Fire those engines up. Spark, spark, spark. I think Tesla's going to go green today. My opinion. I think Ethereum, I think Bitcoin, all of it's going to turn around. I think this little fake out, little chili dipper, a little bear trap in both markets. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. We can find out tomorrow. I will be back 6:25 a.m. Like, subscribe, bell button. I love you guys all, and peace.